Okay. Welcome to the first live stream in, how long has it been? youtube.com/dashboard. It has been, I live streamed in June. So, it's been like 6 months. And then for YouTube, it's been for Twitch, it's been 2 years since I streamed on Twitch. So yeah, it's definitely been a while. Let me post these links in the Discord, and yeah. I'm trying out this like multi-stream thing, so it's like I'm streaming Twitch and YouTube. But I don't know if the Twitch was working because it was telling me that the video bitrate was too high, I think. But now I think it's fixed. Yeah, it looks like it's fixed. So you can watch on Twitch and YouTube. Either one has the same experience. But I know some people like, one more than the other. But anyways, I just want to make sure everything looks good because it's been a long time. I don't know if the music's too loud or if I'm too quiet, stuff like that. So let me know if that's the case. But yeah, let me just post these links and we can start. Share, copy link. All right, cool. Oh yeah, I also have a shorts live set up, so like I got everything working. But anyways, will this show? Yes, it will. All right, so this is kind of what I've got going on, right? Oh, thanks for following. This is what I've got going on so far. So, we're working, it's not like a traditional tower defense, that you think of when you think of Roblox, right? We are trying to do something new. Thanks for following. We're trying to do something new. So, the idea is, right, you kind of have your own central base, which I think right now is a spawn pad. Thanks for following. Lots of follows. So you have like this central spawn area, right? And you're going to be able to build your own defenses. And Jack has honestly gone like above and beyond in terms of all the like different defenses right now. So you can see all of these crazy defenses that he made, and like you got cannonball. So you want to like defend your spawn pad from the enemies, which that's not done yet, but I don't want him to do that yet. But yeah, I feel like this could be really fun because I've been working on these like voxel games, and I'm not gonna lie, they're not the best quality. Let me go ahead and show you guys kind of the vision. Actually, I can just show you in here. So I've got like this very low quality build menu. Everything here costs Robux. So like there's some work to do. Yeah, so this is kind of like the maxed out property. And also fly, which I need to turn off actually. And I think there's other plans for like this central area you can go to kind of like unlock more blocks. I don't know if I can go in here. No, I can't. Here. They're not in here anymore. There's like a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, hi everybody. Hello. Build a base plus Minecraft. Yeah, I guess it's kind of, I don't know what build a base is, but I'm assuming it's kind of like that. This is not stud defense, no. So yeah, the idea. Let me just change this song. This song sucks. I need to disable the thing that hides my studio. Let me turn that off. Roblox Studio hide. There. So yeah, like you're gonna want to defend your spawn pad, I think. I don't know if we're gonna do the spawn pad or something else. But yeah. That's kind of like the general idea of like the prototype. And you can go over here to like collect, you know, new blocks or new defenses that you want to buy. Yeah, it's gonna be really cool. I'm really excited. You also like expand your total area, so you'll have to there's like these chunks that you have to clear out. Like right here. So you can see 3x3 chunks. So you'll earn like money to help clear that out, and you can see I have money right here actually. But yeah. So we need to disable a few things. Like this shop. Well, I guess I can leave it for now. So yeah, like I copied everything over from my other game. So that's why there's all this like useless stuff and pay to win stuff. Let's I think first we should work on like the property unlocking, so I can clear out new chunks of land, and I can only build on chunks that you know, are actually claimed. That makes sense. So yeah, let's do that. And then this isn't buildable, so you can't build on this stuff. I think. No, you should be able to build on it. It's just you need to claim it. Yeah. Okay. But I think what I can do is I can have this as like a model, and we can serialize the C-frames for all the claimed areas. We'll have to set primary parts to all of these things and make sure that it's correct. And I think that'll work the best way. So yeah, let's do that. Yeah, kind of like a Minecraft tower defense. That's a good way of saying it. Yeah, tower defense is definitely a very populated genre, and I think I don't know if this is something that's been done before. At least like this specific kind of thing. So let's go through everything in this selection here. We'll go that waypoint A, or IV in pairs. If V is a model, then v.primary part equals v find for shell default, and end. And then we need to set another waypoint to mark the end of this action. Cool. And then we just gotta make sure that these ones are set correctly. Yeah, see. Cool. And then we have to like, okay, so this edge is all Robux paid. This is like what you start out with. And this is the max plot. Mind you, he's calling voxel block builder low quality. Yeah, I mean, it does get players, I guess, but I think low effort, really. I mean, I made it in like a week. I did an update every weekend for like a couple weeks. I didn't really put much effort into it, and I wasn't really passionate about it, right? It was honestly just kind of like a fun side project, because I really wanted to make like this whole Minecraft game in Roblox, and that was kind of like my prototype to show that you could like build with blocks and stuff. But yeah, I think it could be better. I won't lie. So we need to group this all here. Like this, and we'll say foliage. No, I guess like locked areas. Then, oops. And then this has to go in the center of the property. Let's make it transparent and anchor it and disable all collision. Thank you for doing whatever you did. Follow? Super chat. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Much obliged. This looks awesome. Thank you. It's definitely been done before. Played a game called Toy Defense. I might have to check that out. Or maybe I shouldn't check it out. I don't want to like copy ideas from other people. That makes sense. But it could be a good learning experience too, so who knows. Alright, so we have like this locked area thing. We need to clone that to wherever we load into. So let's go into our what does it? Player data? Properties. Claim property. Okay. So it's under properties. Is here. And then claim property. Estimated time the game will be done. I could not tell you. I mean, I've been working this game for like multiple months. As in like taking it really slow. I used the property functionality as an experiment for another game, which it's 1,000 players at its peak times. So it's like, okay, not fair. We need to pivot this to the property. Get pivot. Locked area.parent equals property. Then we'll do that. Are you moving away from Oaklands to work on these more easy projects that obviously generate more revenue? I mean, Oakland still generates the most revenue, but I kind of just find it fun to work on new things sometimes. That makes sense. Get kind of bored of working in Oaklands after doing it for however many years, 3 years almost. So it's fun to work on new things. And I'm very bad at releasing projects. I mean, that's why Oaklands took forever to release in the first place. I like moving on from one thing to another really fast. So when I get the opportunity to work on something new, I need to be done quick or else I get bored very quickly and want to work on something new. Alright, I did that backwards. How are you used to the beta UI on Roblox Studio? I've been using it for like a few months now. You're gonna have to get used to it now, so I might as well start early, you know. It's gonna have to happen at some point, so I was like, I guess I'll just get used to it. Really not that bad, but the thing is, I don't really use many of the top bar features, so yeah, I just use like the properties menu and Explorer, but I don't really run into issues. Do we need any builders for Oaklands? Not really. We kind of are maxed out in that capacity. Alright, so we need to make it so we can't build in these areas. And for some reason I can build onto this stuff. Is that because it's a descendant of the property, maybe? Or does it have a tag? It has a build service tag. So we need to fix that. How do we query for a tag? Let's do query descendants documentation. Tag, it's dot. Build surface. B remove tag build surface. There we go. Need any builders for this? No, I'm working with Jack right now. Any tips for beginner game developer? Make things for fun, I guess. That's what's gotten me far. Just keep practicing, making new games. That's how I, learn everything that I do. I find something I want to make, or maybe I find a new feature on Roblox, and I'm like, how can I add this to my game? So anytime Roblox releases a new feature, I'm like, okay, let's figure out how we can add this as a feature. So I try to kind of constantly learn new things, and that's what makes it so fun. And thanks for following, by the way, whoever just followed. All right, let's see. So we have locked areas. We need to make sure we can't build in the locked areas. So what we can do is go to voxel placement and place voxel. We'll check local inbounds. If inbounds, then return true. Or wait. If not inbounds. And then we need to run a collision query. So we'll do a local collision query. Workspace get parts in box. And we want to check if they can place in position with a vector3.new. No, vector3.1. It's like 2.9. With params. Oh, thanks for becoming a member. I appreciate it. We want to include the query. So we want to only check for parts in this bounds for the player plots. Find first child. What did we call it? Locked areas. So if it's in the locked area and we hit something for it, then no bueno. And we can limit this to 1 max parts. We only need to hit for one thing. So we can just check if collision query is greater than 0. If it is, then there's something in the way, return false. Otherwise, return true. Okay, so that didn't work, and I think the reason behind that is either these don't have collision or they're too thin. No, it's because, what am I doing? The position, I don't think is right. It is in bounds position, hang on. That should have errored. I don't know why it didn't error. Is this function even used? It's not even used. Hmm. So we need to do a owner check right here. That right here. Then right here. What is up, skill runner? Do you make real money from Oaklands or just Robux? Yeah, so like Builder's Toolbox said, Robux can be converted into real cash through the DevX program. Alright, so I need to fix what I just edited. So now I can't place on edges. Will there be more collaborations coming? I suspect that there will be a collaboration coming next year. Why do we get that dingy error? Value is not a boolean. Hmm. Oh, I know why. These need to return false. And then also we need to do the can place query on the client. Wait, this needs to be owner of position, not player. Oh my gosh. All right, there. Neon sucks to suck. Okay, now I can't do anything. Where did I go wrong? Breakpoint. No, we're gonna breakpoint right here. Do you ever play animation/tweens on the server, or do you always replicate them to client? In Oaklands, there is a spot where I don't do that, and I don't recommend it. It's really bad. It looks bad. The network performance is bad. All sorts of stuff. You should always do tweens on the client. Alright. Step over, step over, step over. Okay. So this is screaming at us. Because it's saying that's our plot, even though our plot's 1. So why is it saying that this is our plot? Is it because player is nil? Nope. But if the attribute of owner is this, then it sets it to this. So why is it saying it's 2? And why is player.name nil? That doesn't even make any sense. What? Oh, am I passing in a string? That's why. Doi. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. Now I can't build off the property. Why can I still touch these? They're still build surfaces, even though I query descendants. Maybe I didn't do it correctly. Oh, I didn't do it correctly. There's a typo right there. Alright. So now you can only build within your bounds. Oh. Dang it. Oh, I didn't think that through. Did not think that through. Okay, yeah. Oh, man. I know how to fix it. It's just a bunch of work. I'll do like 200. Wait, no. Hang on. 201. Yeah, you're right. You can build out of the plot limits as long as you're above the ground, because the way I'm doing it is I'm checking for collisions on like these, and they're hitting. When they're on the ground, but you know, when they're in the air, they're not hitting this. So the simple solution would be, instead of doing what I just did, is we can go here, and so this is a really bad way of doing this, I should add. However, I don't care. That's my motto. Oops. Length and width? I don't remember. It's a number. Okay, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Let's get rid of these breakpoints. Oh, I did the wrong... I added a completely different line of code. Yeah, so I could do like either a tall stud pillar, or I could just change my bounds for what I'm checking to be tall. So instead of doing all that, like right here, I do a cube check for like a 2.9 sized cube. Instead, I could just add a bunch of height to the cube, so now it's a really tall cube, aka, you know, a rectangle. So now we're like checking all of this up and down for collision query, and I can't place, which is good. Perfect. Yeah, I was about to make a bunch of 200 stud tall pillars, and then I realized that's not really a fun way of doing it. Instead, we could do it this other stupid way, which is equally as bad, but I don't care. Performance probably not great, but it's a rarely ran check. We should be fine. All right, now we need to add the ability to like flame all those sections. We're gonna do that with a proximity prompt. Make the proximity prompt in game. I can never remember what the values mean. Full time. That's bugged. There we go. Then I might take the cool design for these from Kinder. Can people spam the particles that blocks create? So these particles, they only appear for the person who breaks them. So nobody else sees those particles. Cool. Next song. I hate this song. Yeah, I want the cool proximity prompts. Yeah, so here's what Jack has. So this dark gray is what you start with. Light gray is what you expand to, and then green is Robux. So I guess like this edge here is all Robux. Claim, I think. Alright. Copy this proximity prompt. So now we just set up the behavior for claiming a section. How much do you think Robux tells what cost? I said that completely wrong, but I don't know how it was gonna work. I don't know if we were just making it so you buy it all at once. I haven't really thought about monetization. Usually when I release a game, I kind of just focus on making the game fun, and then monetization is kind of like an afterthought, because it's really not that important when you're starting out. Like the first week, it's not important. First week of release, it's not important. But yeah. I'm not going to bother with the cool proximity prompts. We just need a product right now. So we need to add like unlocking areas, registering it, and saving it and loading it. I think we could do it in the claim property thing. I don't know when claim property is called though. It might be called before player data is even loaded. It is. So we claim property, it spawns in, and then we want to, I guess, like load the property. Profile init. Deserialize place blocks. So prior to deserializing place blocks, we want to do like self load unlocked areas. I guess I'll do like register unlocked areas. And then in here we can say unlocked areas. I think unlocked sections might be what that is. But like table in pairs. Self dot profile data. Thanks for following. Data dot unlocked areas. Let me check unlocked sections. See if this is used. It's not. Monetization should be the least important thing. Yeah, a lot of people when they release their games, they kind of like flirt with monetization, but it's really not important. For like the first week. Okay. If local pause equals... Oh wait, hang on. Let me test something. Okay. If area... Okay. Right there. So we have that set up. Now we need to do the clearing part. Oh, prompt is this. Unlock prompt dot triggered connect function. Unlock connection. Player, and then the give it position like that, right? And then you do this. So we'll do price later. So we'll do player position vector, and then we'll do like price number. And for now, I'll make the price 0. Yeah, brick. Let's get some bricks in the chat. We have a hint on the next Oakland's event. Nope, no spoilers. Sorry. You want to get back into Roblox Studio? I mean, yeah, it's fun to make just fun projects. Did Oakland support you financially for a while? It still does, yeah. But I do have a job as well, just because I like to work. A rice item in Oakland's is in dire need for a buff. Dude, I've seen those brain rot bot things. I don't even know if there's bots. I think that's live recordings, isn't it? Oh my gosh, it's so funny. Please donate me a disco ball right now if you want to save Spider Sammy. It's like, oh my gosh, calm down. It's honestly, it's insane. It is the craziest thing I've ever seen. Alright, so now we need to check this. Where am I going? There we go. RIV in pairs. Doot. X, Y, Z equals. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. And then we do properties. Clear areas, property. Like that. Nope. And then price, we need to check if player profile data dot what is it here? money. Safety checks. Same with this one. Even though these are safe, I want to just sanity check them. Anyways. Okay. Oh, that's not right. I'm gonna need to do this. Parent equals the... What is it called? It is called this. Nah, just this. Actually, UI offset. We'll have to look at that in a minute. Is it showing cross-platform chats bannable? Is it? Which plugin are you using for different icons on the Explorer? I am using Vanilla, called Vanilla by Ltob. I hate Twitch ads. They're worse than YouTube. Sorry. I don't know if there's a way I can like lower them. No. Here. How many ads do you want to run per hour? Wait. Shorter ads more for. Let's do this. There. All right. I changed the ads to make them less frequent, I think, and shorter. I don't care about ad rev. I made them like really short. All right. So now we have this. It shows 500. We gotta fix that. But can we claim it? Okay. It claimed it. Does it save? Okay, errored. Number expected got nil. These need to be lowercase x, y, z. Number expected got nil. Okay. What even is vectable then? Did I do it wrong? Hello. What? Why did it output like that? Is it a string? Can you not do table keys? That's probably what it is. You can't do table keys. That is mildly inconveniencing. There we go. Okay. Now we need to fix my data. I'll do that in Data Storage Manager. Oh, okay. Go to Cooper Labs. My Fortress. Data Store Manager. Player Store. Revert. Cool. Alright, so now if we clear this land. Cleared. We can build on it now. Please save and load. Oh yeah, look at that. So awesome. Really cool. We have a height limit. Alright, cool. Now I just need to set something up to like make these look more noticeable. Right now you can't tell that like you're trying to claim that. And we can do that by adding a tag called area unlock prompt. And I want to do a UI offset. Let me see what this does. Like 125. Does it make it float in the air? It does. Cool. And then how did these ones look? Cool. Alright, yeah, let's just add the highlights. So we'll make a new client script. Unlock area prompt. And then we need to set this up. So how do we do... Is there a proximity prompt service? Yeah, so proximity prompt service... Got prompt shown. Connect function. Prompt. And we need prompt hidden. And we'll say if prompt as tag and prompt parent and prompt parent find first child. Unlock area highlights. And yeah, we'll do that. Then we need a highlight for like the unlock area. Let's make one. I'll just use this as like a reference. Maybe we should just keep it white with a slight, maybe blue. No, we'll do white as well. This to highlight clone, highlight dot name equals this, and then highlight dot parent equals prompt dot parent. Let's test it. Help me script. I'm decent. I do have like 2 scripting tutorials on my channel. They're very rudimentary. And I would like to do more in the future, but I know all I got right now. All right, cool. So now you can see there's a little highlight when you go over to what you want to claim. I want to lower the radius because it's kind of annoying when I'm trying to be over here and I get prompted for land claiming. So let's adjust that. Let's take a look here. Max activation distance. I guess like 5. Yeah, 5 seems pretty good. Groupie Likes Your Face. Yeah, I really like that song. There's a lot of good C418 songs, by the way. We can go into a different album, actually. I really like Alpha. Here, let me play Alpha. It's a 10-minute song. I don't think this one's in the game either. Alright, cool. So now you can go and claim. Can we like claim these ones too? No, we can't. Oh, it's a little hard. Maybe I can disable the collision on the rocks. Just make it a little easier to claim. Cool, so like I want to make it so the further out you are, the more things are like pricey, I guess. The pricier they are. But I think for now it's fine. Just like leaving it as a base. To be a tester for this game? I'm probably not gonna do testing, I'm just gonna release it. Oh my god. What's this game gonna be called? Right now it's called My Fortress. Cause you're making your own fortress. Yeah. Kinder gave us permission to copy the My Island theme. Told us we should do My Fortress, I think. And I was like, yeah, sure, that sounds fun. Disable collision for these. Sorry, I'm checking Discord real quick. Do you know when you're gonna publish the game? Not yet. The game's nowhere near ready yet, honestly. Oh, he's gonna make it stud slap. No, we're doing like block style, like this. My really bad pixel art. Some of these I didn't make. I didn't make this one. But the rest you can tell I made because they're really bad. And then Jack made all of these. These are really cool. I really like it. Let's set the price for this. Object text. Cool. Do I have format in here? Yeah, let's format this. Local format. Cool. Dude. Oh my god. I'm scared. All right. What now? What now? I'm trying to think of how I want to do like the defensing, because you're gonna build your own defenses, right? Can the enemies destroy the defenses, I'm assuming? That would make the most sense, logically. I think we'll do that, yeah. Yeah. And then we'll make it. Let me add like an art. I guess. See, my concern with like the destruction is I have to hide your build and let like a fake facade load in with all the actual behavior. And the problem is my framework is just it's not set up for that in the slightest. So I'm trying to think of like the best way to accomplish that. Yeah, that's definitely gonna be like the tough problem to solve for sure. I'm trying to think like how can we, go about that. So we have the cache, the voxel placed cache. I could clone everything and temporarily offset it maybe? Let me see how voxel saving works. Serialized place blocks. It just goes off the cache. Okay, so yeah. I can just like temporarily reparent all of your voxels to server storage. And then those will still work fine. And then we can like clone the fake ones. Yeah, okay, that'll work fine. And then I'll just have to like code a new system for behavioral blocks because the like trebuchet and stuff, they don't want to function unless you're in an actual round. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just add one of these. I'll add like the crossbow. Yeah. Just as like a test. Something to go off of. Wow. And collide. Add tag. Build service. Cool. And then show orientation. Cool. Then we can just chuck that in there. Like that, and turn off collision for this stuff. Then let's go to voxels. And I will grab the pumpkin, sure, crossbow. Oh, this is the stone crossbow. Wait, what tier? I don't know what these tier names are called. Iron crossbow. Okay. Right, and then... yeah, and then we'll just like... do this as well. And then we need to add it to the... oops. Voxel IDs. And then just define it here. I forgot to anchor it. What are the chances it's anchored? Oh, it erred. Inside is not a valid member. Oh, I needed to rename it to inside. Minecraft tower defense? I guess in a way it is kind of like a Minecraft tower defense, but nothing about it is like Minecraft. Except for the fact that you can place and remove voxels. So yeah. Okay, add tag as airing because I didn't add a primary part. We're just off to a great start. It was anchored. Is inside anchored? No, I forgot to anchor inside. Okay. Cool, so now I can like... What? Is this broken? No, it's not. What is happening? I think I did this wrong. I did do it wrong. There we go. No. Did I align it wrong? I don't even know how I did that. All right. Darn it. All right, now we have a template for a defense block. Oh my gosh, Luckfire's here. Colt's here. Oh my gosh. It says he's an active mod right now. It tells me. I didn't even know it was a thing. Okay, we need to go to the... What did I name it? Iron Crossbow? And turn off the transparency. Okay. Now we have an Iron Crossbow. We have to add, like, behavior to it. Okay. I kind of want to redo the whole bit flag thing. Because I'm not serializing this to a buffer anymore. So I don't really need it. But it is a lot of work to fix. Or like rework, I guess I could say. But if I don't do it now, before release, it's gonna be a problem. Oh well. Let's just make these work for now. So we have what is this? This. Basically we need like a range that's a cubed range. And some of them can be special. Some of them could be like a cone. Maybe when placing it'd be cool to show like the range indicator. But anyways, we want to target enemies. In order to do enemies, we need a round system. In order to do a round system, we need to set that up. So let's do the round system. Yeah. Round system. Cool. And then we need to define some networking. Extra settings. Let's do this. Handlers, and then we'll be like handlers dot round dot start round dot listen function player. Solo dev hoofer? No, I am with Jack for this project. He did all of this like artillery stuff, the map, all this designing. I just made blocks and I do programming, so not as cool. Okay. So if player has tag in round, then we also need to like check for this as well here. Then profile. So I need to, when they leave, all right, so we're gonna have like in server storage, we'll have a folder called surfaces as well. Yeah, and then we'll have another one in there called voxels. That. Yeah. So we'll do start and stop round. In here, we'll fire a stop thing here. And then we also need to handle that on leave. So actually, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I'm going to do a shared. I'll do server handlers and we'll copy Is this? Yeah. We'll do this, this, and we'll register a bindable function for start and stop round as well. And this will basically let us say server to server communication. We want to start and stop the round rather than client and what is it? Client to server only. Because I'm not using module scripts for this, because I don't think that everything needs to be a module script anymore. So we can have 2 different handlers for this. Like that. And then we'll have server script service dot networking. And we have server handlers. Start round. Like that. So now we can go here. And we can add a server handlers here. Move this up here. And we can do pcall function. Stop round. There. So now we can, oh wait. There, send player. Like that. Yeah, cool. And then we'll say round voxels. We'll say if workspace find first child workspace dot round voxels find first child player dot name. Well, then we want to destroy that. We want to clean that up. And then for starting the round, right, we want to parent our existing ones to server storage. So that kind of cleans it up. Doesn't exist, we don't want to start the round. And then in here we want to do player remove tag in round. And in here we want to do player add tag in round. Okay. So we parent this to to server storage, but then we also want to clone it. Well, I guess what we could do, we could just clone it to server storage like that, and then take the current one and parent it to workspace.round voxels. That way it's seamless. Does this have a custom task scheduler? What does that mean? What do you mean by that? Alright, so yeah, so we're in round. We're not in round. Now we need to add a button to start the round. Or UI. round toggle. To make the game more consistent if step rate is fixed. Well, right now there is no there's no like, what's it called? Shootable structure. Like the structures don't activate yet. So I could add like a tick rate for all the structures. Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to that. That way these all shoot at like the same time or like the same step intervals. Same with like the enemies attacking. Stuff like that. Alright, so that's... No, I don't want this. I want block shop. Blocks, container, purchase info, buy options, buy coin. There we go. Start round. Round toggle. Cool. And I'm actually gonna remove the 35, make like 15. Nah, make it 0. Would be important for enemy movement as well, yeah. Doing classic enemies like zombies or core blocks or some unique ones. Yeah, so I don't really know what I want to do for enemies. We haven't really thought out enemies yet. I think I'm gonna do like Roblox characters as enemies. What I'm gonna do for the enemies or what we're gonna do for the enemies, I'm not really sure, but definitely open to ideas. I feel like definitely zombies would be cool, especially when the center area is like this kind of desolate, dead area, if that makes sense. It'd be really cool to have like some fog here actually to kind of emphasize how scary it is. I definitely think we could do a lot of cool stuff for sure though. Yeah. Toggle. Self.instance.list dot round toggle dot button. that. Ugh. Where do you think the enemies will spawn at? So they will originate from here, right? And they'll come down this pathway. And in the center of your pathway, you're going to defend something. Right now, it's like a spawn pad. And then in the future, Jack said portals could be added. So these enemies can start coming from these different portals to attack you. Just to add like a little bit of a challenge. Maybe that's like a rebirth feature or something. I don't know. Kind of open-ended. Okay. What do you do stuff you find weird? Yeah? What do you find weird about it? Curious. How long have you been scripting for? How long am I scripting for? 12 years. Run toggle. This needs to go back to 1.2. And then we need to fire the like thing and update the UI. So okay. I want to try this new query descendants thing colored. Actually, I don't really care. Current state equals not in round. Local new state equals players. The local player has tag in round. Okay, if self.current state equals new state, then turn don't care, and then we update it. So local text equals if new state equals in round, then is right now. Start round. Stop round. Else. Start round. And then local color equals if new state equals in round. Then color 3 to from RGB. Else color 3 from RGB. And then we want to make this like a red. Like that. Okay. And then we want to go through, so for IV in pairs, let's do, well, let's try out the tags. Self.instance query, or self.instance dot list dot round toggle query descendants colored button do if V is a I stroke, then else if V is a image label. Doot. And then this is, what is this called? It is called color. And this one is called image color 3. Yep. And then lastly, we need to set the round toggle dot what is it called? Round toggle dot image dot title dot text equals text. Okay. So that should work. And then we needed to tell it to start and stop the round. So we'll say if self.current state equals in round, then what is going on with my linter? There we go. If we're in the round, then network handlers dot round dot stop round dot send to server. Otherwise, we just want to tell it to start a round. Only left the TD Discord. Do you use centralized, event-driven, or async frameworks? For Oaklands, I use event-driven, but for this new setup, I use asynchronous events. So all my networking events, they are asynchronous, but like registering events is event-driven, obviously. Fire server is not a valid member of bindable function. Is this a bug? Oh, I bet it's because... Wait, why is it a bindable function? Is it because of... I know why. It's probably because of the register bindable function here. Okay. Color expected got table. Oh, great. What's your opinion on AI and scripting? Has it made your job better? I don't know if it... I mean, like, I sometimes use it, but other times not so much. But I will be right back. Gotta go do something real quick. Alright. I'm back. Start round. Stop round. Stop round. Stop round. Okay, it's not removing in round. Why? Beats me. Stop round. Stop round isn't firing. We never update the current state is why. Like that. Set up money system now. Money system is already done from my other game. Right now you earn $1 a second. Which I can change. But I'm gonna make money earned from killing the enemies. And you know, going through the waves. You're back. Back again. Okay. Sorry. Why can't I break this? Oh, because I'm in round. Right. It works. Maybe I should disable hotbar when I'm in round. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Hotbar. If this dot dot current state if visible, then SPR dot. We even have SPR in here. No, we don't. SPR is right here. SPR dot target. I'll just copy this one. That, and then we will do 70. That way it's hidden. So now if we call refresh hotbar on this, like this, we can see if the hotbar disappears. Wicked. Now we just need to disable like equipping. Make it like unequip what you're holding. All that. do that, we can look at the hotbar code. Set current block 0. Okay. Like that. And then we will check if we have the tag to pick something up. So we'll do if players dot local player has tag in round, then return. We're not gonna put it here though because this could have some edge cases. So we will put it on select. No, we're gonna go into this code right here. We want to make sure that there, and then we also want to do it inside of this input began. We want to disable it there as well. And then other than that, like, I think that's how we disable everything for selecting stuff while we're in a round. Yeah, so now I can't select. It already has something selected. It deselects it, but that is bugged for some reason. And we need to do the refresh hotbar after setting it to nothing. What size are the blocks? I think they're 16 by 16. I can't remember. Let's try setting the block and then refreshing the hotbar. No. We'll just fire on unselected on every single thing in here. Let's just add a function to the hotbar to do that. An element deselect hotbar. Like that. And instead of doing all this like complex stuff, we can just call this function to do it for us. And that might be helpful in the future, you never know. One second. Okay, so I select start round. There we go. Stop round. Select again. Cool. Oops. I really like this. When we start the round, can't select anything. Oh, but it still has the hover indicator. I should probably turn that off. There we go. So now, like, you're actually in the round. You don't have the hotbar. The moment you get out, you're back in action. Really chill. Then we got the cool land buying. That isn't showing for this one. I wonder why. Huh. Is it really because of this piece? Maybe I have to put it in the default. No. Is it because of line of sight? It is. Alright, we'll fix that. Is this building off of stud defense? No, this is nothing at all like stud defense. I do want to do stud defense one day, but somebody kind of already made their own like classic tower defense. And I just kind of feel like, nah, what's the point, you know? But who knows? Maybe one day. So maybe can I interact with this now? Okay, yeah, cool. Probably had a cooldown for starting and stopping a round. Hmm. Nah. None of those sound good. Cool. And does it save when we're in a round? I can't remember if I checked. Yeah, okay, it does. Cool. Yeah, so now we just need to roll the rest of the owl. Add the rest of the game, pretty much. I'm really happy with how this looks and functions. I feel like it's actually coming along. The only thing I need to do now is encourage people to... I have to make these shops work, which I can do easily. I gotta copy over some code from my other game. And... I mean, yeah. I just realized the claim is the same button as opening up this. Oh, here's the voxel store. So, yeah, like, we'll have a shop. I'll probably have the physical shop. I don't know. I don't know if I want to have this button here. But you'll be able to buy, like, your defenses here for, you know, credits. And index of enemies is a really good idea. I like that. So you'll be able to buy your blocks, and then I can go into here and actually use them like this. And then I'll be able to start the round and fight, and it'll be so cool. So now I just kind of have to... Does UI have a hint of transparency? It does for like this stuff down here. It does. These buttons don't. This obviously does. It has like this cool glowing effect around the buttons. I'm really happy with how I did the UI. I did this all myself, which is surprising. I mean, some stuff doesn't look great. Like this doesn't look very good, but this uses like the old button design that I made. I could do a lot better for some stuff, but I'm really happy with how it looks. I'm not gonna lie. And then there's like icons and stuff. I want to make my own icons for those because these use a pack. And I just feel like it's generic. It doesn't feel very original. So, yeah, I want to do that. But I think I'm going to end it here. We just hit the 2-hour mark. And I'll probably go back to this tomorrow after work and see where we get. Because, yeah, it's going to be really awesome. The HUD just needs a redo. Yeah, there's a lot I could do differently with the HUD. Like this stuff just looks ugly. This is all right, I guess. How does the FF flag system work in Oaklands? So I use Roblox's config system now. You should try it out. I basically have a framework that just runs off of that I made, but pretty much anybody can write that super easily. So definitely give that a try if you want to set up your own flag system. It's really awesome. I'm a huge fan of the flag system, or config system Roblox released. Massive fan. It's probably my feature of the year for 2025. Are those blocks in the shop 32 by 32? I don't think so. Pretty sure that's 16 by 16. These are also 16 by 16 pixel ratio. But yeah, I mean, games like, honestly, pretty good progress, especially with claiming. Like, that's kind of what I was feeling the big roadblock for. Enemies is going to be a tough challenge. We're going to have to, like, you know, set up a pathfinding system that targets blocks. I don't really know how it's going to work. I can just kind of try to figure that out. Doesn't config service only update 5 minutes after you change value? Yeah, it could take up to 5 minutes. But you shouldn't be changing configs to where you need them to be that fast. So usually for an event in Oaklands, like we released the new quest, I pushed the config change about 10 or 15 minutes early, just so all the servers would have it by the time the timer hit 0. Yeah, it's also good to just roll out early in case there's issues. Very good to, you know, make sure things are working smoothly. But yeah. Better tell Luckfire he's getting fired. Yeah, no, Luckfire does a great job at UI. But way better than I do. This UI is just really basic. Like the shop, it's alright. I could do way better with the help of Luckfire, but I kind of want to keep this project small scope for now. If it takes off, then maybe I'll hire some more people, but you know, oh, hi Colt. Colt's in the Twitch chat right now. But yeah, if it takes off, maybe I'll get some more hands on deck, but for right now, keeping it small scoped. Could I make a video on how to use them? I could, sure. I do want to do more scripting videos in the future, kind of teaching people how to do things. But yeah, anyways, that's kind of the end of the stream. I don't have my end card anymore. I actually cut myself up for clicking it. I don't really have an end card anymore. Or yeah, I do. Hang on, let me try out my keybinds. Nope. There we go. Look at that. I have a macro pad now, and I can like control it, so I can switch between it. But yeah, I'm gonna end stream here. It was really fun working on stuff and talking to you guys and catching up. I'd really like to do this again. But yeah, I will. Here, let me do a good end song. Let's do. You guys should listen to C418's Wander Stop soundtrack. It's really great. Here, let's get this one. A really good soundtrack. I'll end it here. See you guys next time. Maybe tomorrow, if I'm not tired. And I have Oakland stuff to do, but I think we'll be fine. Yeah. Goodbye.